So Wildcat Reporters here with Northwestern quarterback Dan Persa. Dan, I've got to ask you, what's a day in the life of Dan Persa right now?
It's pretty normal. Not much has changed other than doing different interviews with different people. But other than that, just rehabbing every day, working out every day, watching film, and checking in on spring practice as much as I can, and trying to help these young guys out right now.
Coach Fitz has mentioned that you're up here working out at least twice a day. What's your workout routine like, and how does that compare with your normal? If you weren't rehabbing, how would that
Right.
compare with how much time you spend up here for football?
It's about another hour and a half just because I have to do rehab. So what I'll usually do is come in, do rehab for however long it takes, usually around an hour and a half. Then I'll come back and finish my other strength workout, which is probably around 2 hours, and then kind of cool down, stretch, do all that stuff, and then watching film when I get a chance. But other than that, it's pretty busy, but I probably wouldn't have it any other way.
How much film are you watching? Actually, a subscriber to Wildcat Reporter asked if you checked out any Nebraska video yet.
No, right now I'm not really watching any film from coming up for the teams that we're going to play. I'll probably start that this summer. But most of the stuff, what I've been watching is just film from last year. And then I also have some NFL film that I've been watching a little bit, trying to see what those guys do that make them so successful.
Who are some of the guys you're watching?
Just Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Tom Brady, the best of the best. I wish I could get some Peyton Manning, but that wasn't available to me.
Okay. How would you evaluate the way your rehab process is going? How are things? What stage are you at now?
Yeah, it's going really well. It's 5 months today since I did it, and it's going really well. I'm still about 6 weeks ahead of schedule and really turning the corner. My rehab's starting to do some interval training, which is like faster running and then slow it down and faster, and just kind of making my Achilles kind of catch up and adapt to different speeds that I'm running at. And hopefully in the next couple of weeks I'll get out back on the turf, do some agility stuff, and hopefully by the middle to end of May I'll be good to go.
What's been the actual hardest part or most difficult thing to handle with rehabbing?
I think whenever you try to push it too hard, when you want it to get better so bad, and you really work hard at it, but it kind of almost sets you back because you push it so hard, and the next couple of days you can't do anything because it's so sore. And I think the hardest part is just finding a balance between I want to work really hard to get back, but at the same time I can't work it too hard because I'll limit myself for a number of days after that.
Coach Fitzgerald mentioned that you're a self-motivating guy and you really you want to push yourself hard. And he said he's worried that you're going to push yourself too hard. Is that kind of the line you're talking about?
Yeah. I think I realize that pretty quick when I try to go too hard, and the next day I can't. It's tough for me to walk, so I try to strike a pretty good balance between that.
And I guess rehabbing through pain is one thing you have to be very careful about.
Right. That's another thing. I've played through pain many times in my career, but this is one of the things you really don't want to do that because you can hurt it more, and like I said, you can limit yourself for weeks after that.
Have you been pain-free for a certain period of time now?
Yeah, for the most part. About a month ago, I had it was a little painful, but I just backed off for a couple of days and it was fine again. So for the past couple of weeks, I've been good.
You mentioned that you started running. When did you start running?
Probably about 6 or 7 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I started jogging, and it's going really well.
What are kind of the targets that you have going forward? I guess you said you started doing some interval training.
Right, I'm going to start that today, and then hopefully next couple of weeks. It's tough because it's all about how my body reacts. You don't really know for sure, but hopefully next week or two I'll get out on the turf, start doing a little change of direction stuff, and then it's all how my Achilles reacts to the rehab and how sore it gets and how hard we can push it.
I guess going back when you first started the rehab process, how bad was the atrophy? How did your
it was real bad. It just looked like skin and bones pretty much, and it's really come a long way. But I still have a pretty good ways to go to get it the size where it was before. Hopefully in the next probably month and a half it'll be back. But right away it was pretty tough to look at just because it just looked like a bone and stuff hanging off of it.